Welcome to Tackle the Board. I'm Russ Reese, the Vegas line reader, joined by my co-host, Chris Exusion. You can find him at Chris Ebom. Last week was a pretty crazy week. We had the Saints and Chiefs. I mean, probably a lot of people had those games. You had those as well this weekend, Chris?
Yeah, I had them for the most part. I mean, if there is one shining moment for this week, it was the Bills under. We had that on Twitter. If you follow me at Chris Ebom, you would have seen that. I posted that. And it was pretty much a rocking chair game for the most part. There was nobody scoring in that game, and never had to sweat it. But either way, that week's out of the way, and we're on to the division championship. Awesome games to talk about. I'm really excited to talk about them.
Nice. I'll let you jump into the first game because you really like this game. Tampa Bay Bucs at the Green Bay Packers -3.5, and the over/unders at 50.5.
So these guys actually did play against each other. Last time they played, it was 38-10, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay came out fire in this game, if you will. They were up 28-10 at halftime. Green Bay just never really got it rolling at this point. Green Bay is now a -3.5 point favorite. The over/under is 50.5. That last game ended 10-38, so that was 48 points right there. We're going a little bit above the total here. I see points all day. There's going to be snow here. I think it's very important to look at. Snow always benefits the offense, not the defense. I know that's kind of a narrative. People feel like, oh, it's snowing, no one's going to be able to score. But guess what? The offense knows where they're going, and the defense doesn't. So if you're running the right routes, defense can be slipping everywhere. And Aaron Rodgers is incredible in snow. And for that reason, I love Green Bay first half -2.5. I feel like Green Bay knows what happened in this game. I think they're going to come out pissed off. They're going to come out firing. I think Aaron Rodgers, well, we know Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. I don't, if he isn't the MVP, then something's wrong because he's been the best player by far in the NFL. The play action game's been incredible. I've talked about every week. They're ranked 8th rushing yards per game, first on offense, passing yards 10th because of that run game. The scheme's been incredible. It comes down to Green Bay's going to dominate this first half. And I love the over here, over 50.5. I could not be more excited about this over. You might be able to live line this game if it's a little slow because people will see that snow's out there and people were hammering the under. That might be even more of a reason to bet the over. I love the over here. I love Green Bay first half, and I still feel like Green Bay wins this game. What do you think, Russ?
I feel the same way, and I actually love that I had the Bucs early in the season when these two faced off, and the Bucs,
you did, that's right.
Yeah, they killed them in that game. So Packers, I love that they got blown out. That's even more motivation. I saw Aaron Rodgers on the McAfee show earlier today talking about how the crowd last week kind of got him more juiced up. There's been some more feeling of like a crowd actually out there. So I think he's going to be even more juiced up to make it feel like it's a home playoff game and with motivation. You got Aaron Rodgers, just like Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks. You got to think he's going to put up great numbers. And also, there's another factor. I was thinking Brady, this is actually going to be his third straight road game in the playoffs. So you got to think he's old.
Like
and yeah, third straight road game. It's going to be cold now. He's not going to be playing in the easy Redskins or playing in the easy Dome. So that is another factor actually just popped in my head. So definitely both love the Green Bay Packers here. That's definitely
I think that's a great point. It's third road game, and I think that's important, especially for an older guy. I mean, I'm only 36 myself, but I mean, honestly though, the cold weather, you feel it a little bit. Tom Brady's in his 40s. I know he's like a vegan master, and he's like in the perfect condition of his life, but it still takes a toll on you at that day. He is an older guy, and Aaron Rodgers is still slinging this rock, and he's in this cold weather constantly. And as far as Tampa Bay's defense goes, they're ranked 21st in passing yards for the defense per game. So they're really not that great defensively passing the game. And Aaron Rodgers will slice and dice this team. The over seems great because I think Green Bay scores at least 30-some points. And if Tom Brady wants to make this competitive, he's going to have to get at least in the 20s. I think this is a slam dunk for the over. And I think a pissed off Aaron Rodgers – I will always be on the side of a pissed off Aaron Rodgers. If this was a pissed off Tom Brady, I would maybe kind of lean that way. But a pissed off Aaron Rodgers, the MVP of this league, no question. Green Bay minus 2.5 and the over 50.5. I think you can double dip here.
Nice, yeah. Finally get the monkey off his back with Brady. Finally beat the Saints, so could be looking at that game too much that they finally beat those guys excited. So we'll jump to the next game. It's the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs -3, and over/unders at 53.5. I'm going to give out a pick of the first half here, and it's actually at +115 if you guys want to grab it. The Bills lost earlier in the season, but this was during the COVID time. Everything was slowing down. They lost 17-26 that week early in the season. But you got Mahomes, you got the concussion, but I'm not even thinking about that. I'm more worried about how he looked, messed up his toe in that game. So I also noticed that the spread just jumped out to me, only -1.5 last week. I saw the spread, and I mean, it went up to an obvious -3, but I just feel like it's just a sucker pick. I think the Chiefs eventually probably win this game by 3, or I could see them possibly winning by 1 and 2, but for some reason, I just see them winning the game, but I just think they're going to come out slow. This happens a lot in AFC Championship games. The better team comes out slow, and I just see the Bills jumping on top of them because the Browns were playing with them last week, but they had that terrible fumble in the end zone. They were playing with the Chiefs in the beginning. Just to see also the Chiefs only put up 22 points last week, that worries me as well. And the Bills, they just play great as underdogs, and the defense has been stepping up a lot. I mean, they shut down. We thought that the Ravens were going to run on them, and they completely shut down the Ravens last week. They could not put up any points on the Bills. So the Bills statistically have not looked good on paper like the defense, but the defense was really good last year, so who knows if they're just turning it on at the end of the season. So definitely like the Bills, but give me the first half +115. Who do you like here?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. So the Bills the whole year, last year their defense was incredible. This year it's been kind of, lackluster for the most part. But we got to remember, Sean McDermott is a defensive mind. Mm-hmm. That's their head coach. That's what he sets the tone with. I mean, I can tell you right now, the Bills' rushing defense is 20th in the entire NFL with rushing yards and 14th for the passing yards. So what is that really telling you? It's telling you the rush defense isn't that great, but their pass defense is a little better than average. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So, I mean, when you're looking at KC, their passing offense is the most important thing. But you got to look, Mahomes' leg is not right. When I was watching that game last week, he could barely plant his foot, and it's been a disaster. I agree with you 110%. The concussion has the least been my worries. It's his foot, because you got to remember, his mobility is what does it for him. Him be able to extend the plays and throw, Tyreek Hill be able to run for like 20 hours, and Travis Kelce. I mean, this offense isn't truly right. I mean, if Williams, the running back, is going to be a big focal point for this offense, but I just don't think that's in Andy Reid's blood. We've watched him many and many years. He's going to throw till he dies. That's just the way he is. He'll throw once in a blue moon. He'll throw out those running games where he runs them a bunch of times and they win by like a good amount. And they're just like, oh, I run the ball, and then like he proved it. Now it's like, yeah, we saw this every year with Andy Reid with the Eagles. This is just like a normal occurrence. He's not going to change. This is who he is. He's going to throw the ball, but Mahomes is not right. I actually love the under in this play. Under, it's currently at 53.5. I know Mahomes isn't that great. You better get it right now, because God forbid Mahomes does not play. The line's going to completely flip. It's going to drop multiple points left and right. I like the under already with Mahomes in this game. I think the Bills defense is showing up at the right time. I think this is something you have to keep track of, because that Ravens defense should have been able to run on them at will, and they did not. And they really contained Lamar Jackson. Guess what? I mean, Lamar Jackson is as good as a passer as Mahomes, but guess what? He's got the legs. They both have two similar legs, so it doesn't really matter that way. So I feel that the Bills are getting a good blueprint on a mobile quarterback, and I think this is a good spot for them. If you can get them at like 3.5, I think that's fantastic. 3 still, I feel like it's a good spot for the Bills. But overall, I love the under on this play. I'm leaning towards that. And if you can get Bills at least 3, I'm right there with you for the game, because they could shock the world and win this game. I mean, Casey's defense isn't amazing. I mean, like, you got
Yep.
Tyrann Mathieu, solid. I mean, you got a couple guys on the line that are decent, but you got a lot of injuries on the defense as well. So, I mean,
Hmm.
if you can get over a field goal with the Bills, I see why not, because I think they have a chance of winning this outright. If you're playing the percentages, I think this is the right way to go.
Yeah, you don't trust the Chiefs defense and also the Bills offense. This has got to be the first game that they've only put up probably their lowest total in a long time, 17 points.
Yeah,
But you got to know that Baltimore's defense is like a top 5, top 10 defense.
absolutely.
So KC's definitely not on their level. The Bills put up around 27 points against the Colts in the playoffs. So you got to think I could see the Bills easily getting to that 27 points. That's why I think it'll just be a very great game. I think someone's going to win by a field goal. I just feel like the Chiefs are going to win for some reason. I don't know why, but it could also be we both love the Packers now making it all the way. So
Yeah.
they could face the Bills and just get that easy road to win the Super Bowl, I think, too. So.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I look at four of these teams,
Hmm.
I can't see Green Bay not winning Super Bowl. I mean, it just
Hmm.
comes down to Aaron Rodgers. He's just been so great. I don't think Green Bay's defense is that great. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm looking at on paper right now. Their defense does have good numbers, but then you're also facing like a Trubisky offense, a Lions offense that hasn't been really
Hmm.
that great. And it's just you're facing teams in your division that haven't really been that great offensively, so that might give you that little bit of boost. It was something I saw at the beginning of the year when I was kind of down on the Packers for the most part because of that defense and the run defense. But they've been 11th on the rushing yards per game, so maybe it could
Right.
be a fact because of Aaron Rodgers blowing teams out because his offense is
Yeah.
just so
Yeah, they're
nasty.
not
And
running.
I don't know. Mahomes won last year. He was by far the best quarterback this year. I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is that guy again this year, especially with if Mahomes was healthy, then it's a whole different ball game. But he just
Hmm.
isn't there. I think Allen could take this next step of winning this game. It's just tough because I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is the best player right now on the planet,
Hmm.
and I think that's going to lead to the Super Bowl. You're going to have to outscore against Aaron Rodgers. This play action game's been so nasty. Wide receivers in motion. It's just the coach has been unbelievable. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know if he's been talked about enough yet this
Yeah.
year, but overall, I feel like Green Bay. If I can, God forbid, if I could get KC Green Bay, I talked about this on Twitter at Chris Seabaugh.
Hmm.
I said, if Casey can win this game, we know a full, healthy Mahomes, we might be able to get Green Bay as a dog. And I'd be more than happy just to lay the money, just to take the plus money line. And I don't even care about the 2.5 points or whatever. I'd rather
Hmm.
just take him the money line because I think Aaron Rodgers is locked in. And I think he's a lot to prove. And I think this is their year.
No, definitely. Yep. And I'm total agreement with you. I never love those AFC teams anyway. The Bills, I just don't feel like they're going to win the Super Bowl just because they don't run the ball. It drives me nuts seeing them just
Mm-hmm.
win with
Got to be
Allen
able to run
every
the ball.
week. Yeah. So even I'm confident now that I see the Chiefs, how they've been playing all season. They're literally not covering any games. They're like 1 in like 11 in their last like 12 games. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
I just know they have not been covering spreads at all.
But in my defense
Mhm.
though, I mean, if Mahomes doesn't get hurt that game, they are covering that game.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean, seeing what the
realistically, I
Chiefs,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, I know the narrative of them not covering their last 8 games, like they're 1-7. I don't have
Oh
the
yeah,
exact
yeah.
numbers on me right now, but I'll tell you what, they were covering that game. If Mahomes was healthy and playing the way he was slicing and dicing against that Browns team. That's why I feel like it's even more of a narrative. Just the fact that you can, I mean, there's something wrong there with Mahomes. I mean,
Hmm.
with this specific game, you just showed it right there. So this is definitely a live dog with the Bills.
Definitely. So that'll wrap up our show, and we're gonna have one more show next week.
Well, the
It's
next
either
week after.
Yep, the
We
next
got a
week
Pro Bowl
after.
week. We got a
Yeah.
Pro Bowl day off.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, you can watch that.
We won't be posting anything for the Pro Bowl because I think it's just a celebration.
Yeah,
So
and we can get something together for you guys too for the Super Bowl. We'll put probably our best prop together, something like that. Give out on the show. But that'll close out this show. We like the Bills. We like the Packers. Love the Packers. Make sure you guys get these games in. Make sure you check out my personal page at Vegas Line Reader. Make sure you follow our page together here at Tackle the Board, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe below. Also follow Chris. He's at Chris Ebom on Twitter, and he's also been giving out free picks now on golf. And I'll throw it over to Chris. He'll give you his handle for golf.
Yeah, absolutely. So golf's been great. We're rolling through the season. The season's going pretty well. You can find my other handle at OTT Matchups, off the T Matchups, giving out matchup plays for the second, third, and fourth round. But on top of that, if you DM me at Chris Ebom or at OTT Matchups, I will send you personally my plays for the entire week. Winners, top 10s, top 5s, leader after first round. You just got to be on the list. There's no charge. There's no nothing. You send me a message, hey, I want to be on the list. No problem. The list is growing right now, so I'm real excited about it. I'm feeling really good about this week. A little spoiler alert, I kind of like a huge dog that's 71 to possibly win this tournament. Nice. It's kind of crazy, but you know what? I think that the history shows it, and that could be possibly true. So if you want to get on this list for the DM list, you don't have to pay anything. It's at Chris Ebom. It's at OTT Matchups. You message one of them, you're on the list. I'll send it out probably Wednesday. So get on board.
Nice. Get on board, guys, and let's make some money this weekend.
Let's tackle that board.